Hey guys, so I'm back again. Now, as you can see, I finally got something I've been working on for a while. It is the Depth Anything V2 demo. And as you can see, it is extremely slow. It's at 0 FPS. Note, this is moving. It's just moving at 0 FPS. And as you can see, I converted this from the PyTorch Depth Anything V2 model to an OpenVINO model, as you can see from this code. So, see, there's my hand. Look how slow it is. My hand moved, and look, see, again, you can see how extremely slow it is. It is at a painful 0 FPS. And note, this is on a Raspberry Pi 4. If I was running this on the Pi 5, I could get maybe 1 or 2 frames per second. I'll have to test that myself, but this is really not a good idea to run a model like this because, again, it's pretty heavy on the CPU. But I wanted to show you this is more of a proof of concept that this can run correctly even if it's 0 FPS. So I'm going to exit out of this. So I'm going to show you the code next. So I will post this on GitHub, but I figure that I'd show you it on GitHub first. Okay, so here is the code. So we have the usual libraries. We have from OpenVINO import core. Note, this is a new version. This is the 2025 version. Then you have Depth Anything V2.util.transform, and we have to import resize normal image, prepare for net. Then we have from torchvision.transforms import compose. We import CV2. We have from matplotlib import pyplot as PLT. I don't know why I put that, but I will be deleting that. It's not necessary. In fact, I can just delete these now since I don't even use them. And I'll save. And there you go. Oh, I have an extra CV2. I will leave it there. And there you go. So we import numpy as np, import torch. We import PyCamera2 from PyCamera, and we import time. This is specific for the frames. Then we have our depth map function, where we resize to WH using the output. Then we get our depth, where we take the depth, then subtract the minimum of the depth, divide by the depth.max, minus the depth min times 255, which is the color range. Then we set the as type to np.uint8. Then we apply the color map using color map Inferno, and then we return the depth. We have our model. I converted this on another PC. It's called Depth Anything V2 vits.xml. Then we define our inference engine. We have our compiled model, so in this case, our model name, and then we're using CPU. Now, if you had a GPU, you can change it to that. Then we have our transform, where we have compose. We have our resize, our width and height are both 518. Our resize target is set to false. Our multiple is 14. We set our method to lower bound, and our interpolation method will be cv2.innerCubic. And then we normalize the image. So we use our mean of 0.485, 0.456, 0.46. And then our STD will be, our STD, yes, right here, we 0.229, 0.224, 0.225. And then we prepare for net. Then we have to set our parameters. So looking closely, we set up our PyCamera. So we set our size to 640 by 480. We set our format to RGB 888. We align. We set our preview up. We start the camera. Our FPS start at 0. The text position of this will be at 3060 as you saw. Our font is for Hershey Simplex. Our height is 1.5. Weight is 3. Our color is green because this is BGR. And then our loop. So the loop is we have our T start for the frames. Then we capture array. then we set up the shape of our image, and then we convert the color to RGB and then divide by 255. Then we transform the image using the transform method. Then we use from NumPy image, and then we unsqueeze, and then we, of course, select a NumPy. Then we call our compiled model where we have our image and we put 0 as the index. Then we have our depth map where we define where we call the get depth map, where we use result, but we use the index of 0, and we have our width and height. And then we put the text for the frames per second at the depth map using the string of int FPS. We use our position, font, height, my color, weight, and then we show the depth map on the screen that you saw. And then we can either use Control-C, which I used, or we can use quit or the Q button. And then we have our end for the frames. And then the loop time will be end minus start. And then we have our FPS, which is 0.9 FPS times FPS plus 0.1 times 1 divided by loop time. And then when we exit, we destroy all windows. So I will make this available on GitHub, but this is a pretty straightforward code when you're messing with this. Now note, you're going to need to download, clone the Depth Anything V2 repository, and then you'll have to create a virtual environment. I'll make this all clear on my GitHub repo. Also, it's better to convert the model on another PC because it will crash on the Pi 4. But if you're using it on the Pi 5, it shouldn't be an issue. So that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you next time.